Welcome back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of building Gotham City in Lego. And this week I'm going to be working on the buildings that go either end of the fire station. As you can see here, I've split the Mills plate in half. It was twice as deep as this before, and I had the nougat coloured building at the back there. However, due to the move that's going on at the moment, or packing up for the move should I say, I have got a lot less space to work in. So working in a smaller area does make it that a little bit easier. Now with this building here, it's going to be 12 studs deep, and I can come right to the edge, as the Mills plate, which is going to have the road on, which is going to be here, that's going to have the pavement on. So I've got a full 12 studs in depth that I can work to. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make this building come up to level with this wall here, or level with this wall on the front here. But anyway, let's get some bricks out, let's start experimenting and see what we come up with. And here is the start of the corner building, and this one's just going to be a small bar. As you can see, there is the brown bar in there at the moment. Just need to add a 2x4 plate on the far end of it, and I've tried to make like a drinks cabinet built into the wall there. So I just need to put some bottles along that side there. Would have been nice if it stuck out by a little bit, but if I stuck it out by one brick, unfortunately, there wouldn't be enough room to squeeze behind the bar. It's quite a tight fit there as it is. I do want to put a lot more details in the bar here, so I might change out a couple of the bricks there for jumper plates and put a few details on the wall, and the same along the back here. But for a first attempt, how it's coming along, I'm pretty pleased with it. The good thing with these buildings, they are going to be modular, so the next floor you're going to be able to remove. If I do want to put more details in on the walls further down the line when I get the pieces, it's very easy to do and it's not too disruptive. On the bottom here, we've got the snot bricks, and I'm just going to put some of the dark bluish grey ingots on the bottom there. Again, just to give it a little bit more style on there. The doorway here, that leads the stairs, which is going to take you up to the apartment blocks above. And what I'm going to do next is just remove a row of bricks here and then put the steps, they come this way to get into that first part. But yeah, really happy with how this is coming on. Now I've just borrowed this door from the other nougat colour building that we built, which is going to be the other side of here. And just I had to put a white one in, but I wanted to get a better visual of how it's looking. And I just need to work out what I'm going to be doing on this section here. I thought it might be quite nice to have a beer bottle at an angle possibly, or a beer glass or something like that. I just need to work out what sort of design I'm going to have there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a look at the assembly square, because I think they've got flowers above one door, and I think I could use that as a good starting point. Anyway, let's get back to building. And here we have the start of the first floor. And as you see, I need to get a few pieces in. I've had to use a reddish brown modified plate on the top there, so I've run out of the dark bluish grey, and the same at the back there. On the front here, I've put some of these brackets or modified plates, and I'm contemplating either putting a plain tile across there, some cheese wedges with the slopes coming up, so again it gives a nice ledge along the top, or possibly putting a planter and some flowers outside the window, just to give it a little bit more colour. Now, although Gotham is a darkish city, I still think you need some life in the city as well, so I think the flowers or plants might give it a little bit extra on there. Not sure what I'm going to be doing along this ledge here, and on the bottom of it, as you can see, it does step out, so it wraps around the building on there. All in the dark bluish grey on the bottom. Inside, as you see, it's all different colours there, so that's just the filler plate holding the grey together. So I just need to tar that off when I put a wall on there. So it'll be a wall along here with a doorway, and then there'll just be a very small room there. And here are the stairs, which will lead up to the next floor. On this part here, there are 2 modified plates and they're spaced 3 studs apart. So I'll be able to put a plate all the way along there, and then I'll be able to tile over it some pattern or put a sign of some description. And the same goes along here. There again, it's the gap of 3 studs. So as you can see, it just clips on there perfectly. Now I've done that and I know that all looks good. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to replicate that. So we've got another floor on top of that and see how it looks. And there is the next floor all added to the building. And I'm not sure whether or not to do another floor. I think it might look quite good to have an additional floor on top of this. However, I'm very low on the medium nougat bricks now, so I will need to get some more of those off of the pick-a-brick wall. I've got enough of the arches to do another floor, so it's just those bricks that I need to get in. So next thing I need to do is work on the roof section. And here is the first attempt at the roof section. I was going to add some of the quarter circle tiles all the way along the edges there on the studs. However, I'm not convinced by the look of this roof here. So I'm just going to leave it as it is for the time being, have a think about it, see if I can find some inspiration online, and then I'll readdress that further down the line. But it's just nice to have something on the top there. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the other half of the Mills plate that I built previously on here. So we're going to have both the buildings side by side and see how it looks all together. And here are the buildings side by side, and really happy with how it's all coming together now. This building needs so much more work doing to it, and I think it's going to look so much better once it's all been finished. Just by having the planters on here, tiling these sections off is going to make such a difference, as well as the fire escape. Once I put the fire escape on both these 2 buildings, I think it's going to make such a transformation to the overall look of it. Need to work out what I'm going to be doing for the signs on here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I want to change this section up for sure. With this building to the side here, this is going to change quite a bit. A few episodes back, people were saying that this wasn't high enough and it needed to be a lot higher up, and I totally agree with that. So I am going to extend that by about 3 bricks. So this floor here will be level with that one. Now this bit here, I'm going to have it so there's an awning that comes out, and then some tables and chairs below that, and I'll do that on a nice brightish colour just to add another pop of colour and a bit more life to the build. But all in all, really happy with how this is all coming together now. Now I was hoping I was going to be able to make a start on that building down that end, this update. However, this one took a lot longer than I was anticipating, so fingers crossed I'll be able to make a start on that one next week. Now, as I mentioned previously, I am in the middle of moving house, and that move is hopefully going to take place in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So how much more building I get done this over the next couple of weeks, I'm not sure, as I still need to pack up a lot of the house. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel. If you know anybody else you think would be interested in building Gotham or building Mandalore, please share the channel with them. Anyway, thanks for popping on by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.